Hello and welcome to Lloyd Southflake's BMW. Today we have this 330e M Sport Pro Edition Saloon. This car's finished off in Tanzanite Blue Metallic and is a November 2020 registered vehicle. Beautiful standard specification of the G20, and this has a few extra bits being the Pro Edition and a couple of nice options selected, so let's walk around that through with you now. Starting in the front, part of the Pro Edition, we've got the high gloss shadowline finish that starts at this front grille. The full black grille, and then we'd have the chrome surround. That part of the Pro Edition gives that full black grille, ties in really nicely to that lower bumper as well. Of course, we've got the full adaptive LED headlights as standard. In this generation of 3 Series, that's a system where it will turn the headlights based on your steering wheel input to help brighten up the road ahead. A real fantastic system on some of the dark country roads. Moving around, we've got the 19-inch M-Lite double spoke alloy wheel. This beautiful bicolor finish, got this diamond cut front face and this jet black inlay, which really makes the wheels pop and stand out, and also really highlights the M Sport braking system there with the blue brake calipers. As this is the hybrid, obviously you have the additional cap there for the charge port. Pops open with the Type 2 fitment there, and also the indicator light to give you an idea of charging status as well as connection. Beautiful colour of Tanzanite blue, really getting shown off fantastically well actually with this beautiful day we have here in the Lake District. And also shows the lines of the 3 Series off fantastically well. Moving down the car, I've got the sun protection glass to the rear tinted windows. Obviously adds an element of privacy for the rear of the vehicle, and there's also a UV element there as well, so just help keep the cabin a bit cooler on the hot days, as well as protecting the rear passengers from some of those harmful UV rays. One of the options this car also has is the powered tailgate, powered boot lid. That can be operated by the key like I've just done. There's also a button underneath the roundel badge and a button by the driver's door. We don't lose much boot capacity with it being a hybrid, which is nice, so nice flat load surface there. A little bit of extra underneath storage here. At the moment I've got the 2 charge cables that are supplied with the car, so the public charge cable there on the right and what we call the occasional use charger, so the one with the 3-pin socket for charging if you're away at places, relatives' house who haven't got a charge point at home. But you still get that great deep capacity boot, and also that split folding rear seat option arrangement as well, that 40-20-40, and the handy levers underneath here as well to drop those down. So still nice and practical in the back, even though we lose a bit of boot capacity due to the extra batteries in the car. Right, moving into the rear of the vehicle. You've got the black Vanascan leather finished with the grey contrast stitching. Shows us some nice details throughout the seats. The folding headrest there as well. And you can see there on that left-hand seat belt we've got the M stitching as part of the Pro Edition. Real nice detail across all 5 belts. You can see some of the ambient lighting there working around that speaker grille. Rear passengers also have their own climate control settings, full free zone system in the BMW 3 Series. There's also some USB points down there for charging mobile devices. Moving to the front of the car, this car comes with the comfort access option as well. A few different ways you can interact with that. The traditional system is basically the sensor on the door handle, so as you approach the car, put your hand on the door handle, car will unlock, and as you leave, you just push a little sensor there and it will actually lock the car. This latest generation 3 Series has an updated system, so as long as the key's on your person as you approach the car from about 3 meters away, the car will register that. Put on the welcome lights, so certainly at night that really sort of makes a great way of approaching the vehicle, to see what's going on around, any puddles around the doors and stuff. And then as you get from about a meter away, the car will actually fully unlock, so a real seamless integration with the vehicle. And as you walk away as well, the car will unlock. Lots of different ways to get that set up. Also being the M Sport, we've got the fantastic M Sport seats. That shows us some of the details as well, that contrast stitching. That nice almost quilted effect through the centre. Loads of adjustment on these, from tilting the base, leg extension, side bolster support. You can really get a very comfortable driving position. Right, stepping into the car. With this generation of 3 Series, we've got the latest Live Cockpit Professional. The full digital display really comes alive as well, I think, with the hybrid cars. It's a very slick system, a hybrid car, and sometimes you don't even know what parts working, with the petrol engine's working, with the electric. Doesn't really matter to some extent, the car's doing it all for you, but sometimes it's nice to know something when you're new to the vehicle. And with the Live Cockpit Professional, the digital cockpit, it really gives you that information that you need to know. Just a bit of reassurance, I think, more than anything else. Obviously, that does change when you're in different modes. We've got a full rev counter now in sport. The engine's just fired into life, being in sport mode. Standard hybrid mode there. Tends to be the petrol engine will kick in as what it needs to. You've also got a full electric mode we can switch to as well, and a full adaptive mode in this car. And the adaptive mode is quite interesting, not just for the suspension, but it does have the adaptive suspension on it. It's a full adaptive mode for the rest of the car as well, so steering wheel weight, throttle response, feedback, so it changes all car characteristics really based on how you're driving. So a really interesting system. Moving across, we've got the latest BMW OS 7 operating system. So you have these different pages of information. You can adjust all these different bits of information here, from anything from 2 to 4 bits of information on each page at a time. And basically the idea is to get it set up and make it relevant for you. Really easy to do so. As you can see, I'm using touchscreen at the moment. Got a fantastic voice activation system with BMW, as well as the very much tried and tested BMW iDrive dial with a touchpad on top. Moving down, got the dual zone climate control, heated front seats as well for both front passengers. So the media controls here as well. Let me just turn that air conditioning in. Make it a bit quieter. With a beautiful aluminium sort of fabric finish, it's got this sort of very much a lot of detail. If I zoom in a bit, a very high gloss finish. Really picks up the sort of silver details around the sort of the air vents there, and the central section of the interior. Open that up, handy storage bin underneath there, along with the USB charge point and an additional 12-volt socket. We've also got a digital key with this car and comfort access, so you can actually use a digital key underneath there, whether that's a mobile phone or the digital key card. Moving on down, we've got a fabulous 8-speed ZF gearbox, which is linked with the hybrid system, the 2-litre petrol engine, as well as the hybrid drive as well. Mentioned before, got the iDrive dial there, the touchpad. Full electric handbrake water hold, so that's the adaptive mode there. So the different drive modes. The car will start on default and hybrid, as you got the different modes there to choose what works best for you. Finishing off, as standard, got the front and rear parking sensors there, and the reversing camera as well. The full park assist functionality as well, so the car will help you parallel park as well as park into bays, and the reverse assistant as well. Last option chosen on this car, he's got the heated steering wheel, so real nice little functionality of that as well, which ties in very nicely with the heated seats. Also the cruise control, speed limit control here on the left hand side, and the right hand side we've got the audio controls, volume controls. Right, let me zoom in, there we go, bit of focus. On the right there we've got the total mileage, 1,750 miles on the clock. As I mentioned, it's a November 2020 registered vehicle, and this has been one of our demonstrators, so we've been registered to ourselves as the first owner. Hope this video has been of use. If there's anything further we can do to help, please do get in contact. One of our sales executives will be more than happy to help.